they're talking about the way they're talking. It sounds like they are aware of where they're at. So we're just trying to see if we can
Why
get them
is it
here
always
on the lens
LA?
as well.
I don't know.
A lot of coordination going on,
PvP
obviously,
zone?
between the air and the ground. The air unit's trying to guide these ground units in, and they're talking now about these homes right here off of Osborne Avenue.
Okay, well, Des, we're going to let you monitor the situation, and we will come back to you.
Wait a minute. Did you just say the spy balloon may not actually have been a spy balloon? The U.S. intel is assessing the possibility that the Chinese spy balloon's path over U.S. was accidental? No. Stop. Guys. 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 You mean to tell me that, no. Accidental doesn't make it not a spy balloon? Yeah, except this is literally exactly what I told you. Because I said it made no fucking sense for them to just send a very noticeable spy balloon over U.S. airwaves or U.S. And that instead they send it to Philippines. That makes sense. They might have sent it even to fucking Hawaii. They might send it to Guam. They might send it over all these other places. But to send it over the mainland United States would be really fucking dumb. Especially when they have conventional methods. Why the fuck would they send it over Montana? Especially when you can literally... Never mind. I'm not even going to fucking... China did maintain some ability to maneuver the balloon, however. Once the balloon was over Montana, officials believe China took advantage of its position to loiter over sensitive areas and try to collect intelligence. Yeah? Did they, though? Did they do that? Did they make the most of a shitty situation? Or did they just... Dude, I love this, dude. I love the story. I fucking love the story. Because I told you the balloon has incredibly limited maneuverability. Oh, the Chinese spy balloon was aimed at the U.S. bases in Guam and Hawaii, but the winds pushed it to Montana. U.S. officials say that China privately told the U.S. they'd speed it out of the country. No, I do believe it. I believe that China definitely did say we'll just, we're informing you that the balloon is coming over and it's not intentional. I told you that they fucking communicate this shit. New Chinese spy balloon was aimed at U.S. bases in Guam and Hawaii, but winds pushed it to Montana, U.S. officials say. Chinese officials didn't use a self-destruct device, then privately told the U.S. they'd speed it out of the U.S. The entire thing smelled like manufacturing consent nonsense. Chad is coping so hard right now. I mean, we all had a little bit of fun. Ultimately, what you need to remember is that I was right, and I'm always right, okay? Except for when I said, well, actually, I never said Russia won't invade Ukraine. So we're, because I was so right on this, we're eliminating the other time I was wrong, okay? Boom. It's gone. It's done. No more of that memory, okay? That's how it works. You have erased all of that. It's like carbon credits for being wrong. Exactly. The one time, dude. The one fucking time. God damn it. The one fucking time. Been over a year. Shut the fuck up. It's hard being a tanky when you're right about 99% and then you're wrong one time. Libs won't shut the fuck up. Yeah, they will ride that. They will ride that forever. Okay? They will ride that way forever. $99%, baby. And even then, I was like, my reasoning was sound. What is this? It's time? Oh my God, no. He used to be so toned, dude. He used to be so toned. Anyway. U.S. officials now suspected the balloon was sent to spy on bases in Guam and Hawaii, and other downed objects were not surveillance machines. Washington's evolving view reflects U.S. and Chinese difficulties in discerning each other's intentions. Wait, what do you mean? What the fuck? They literally did communicate, as I told you they 100% did. There's no shot. There's no shot that they would just like send like alien spacecraft over U.S. like visible things that you can see in the sky. What are you, fucking insane? That's like America would do that. And even America doesn't do that, okay? Only we would get to do that to other countries, and even then we don't do that, especially if we're going to do espionage. It's so stupid. Senior American officials increasingly believe the Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina in early February. I mean, look, I'll allow it this time around because it's a very funny story, okay? It's just like a very, very funny story, so I think it's pretty... It basically it demonstrates like ineptitude at every level. So I think it's like, all right, it's more of like a ha-ha, I told you so, and not like a this is damaging and devastating. America is trying to do warmongering and saber rattling, something like that. But winds carried it off course to Alaska, Canada, finally continental United States. The evolution of Washington's understanding of the Chinese military's original goals and new details that reveal misreadings of the U.S. reaction by Chinese officials in private meetings reflect how difficult it is for the United States and China to discern each other's intentions. A gap that American officials fear could lead to greater mistrust in an already fraught relationship or even to armed conflict. It's like, yeah, you're right. Because it's like trying to reason with a rabid animal, a feral animal that's like frothing out of the mouth. It's not like it's their doing, straight up. We're doing it. Like, we're the ones who are like, well, it's really It's really a hard relationship to grasp with because we just can't stop doing violent stuff all the time. In another example of the fog created by superpower rivalry and political imperatives, or the New York Times, like, yeah, the fog created by superpower rivalry and political imperatives, and the New York Times greatly drumming up alongside the entirety of the mainstream media, the fucking banging on the war drums that you could hear all the way from the fucking Chinese wall. Okay. U.S. officials said in interviews on Wednesday that they have now increasingly believed that 3 unidentified flying objects shot over North America were unlikely to be surveillance devices. That one was an absolute lock. I fucking told you that that shit was just like random commercial balloons or research balloons that we just popped. Well, the one over Lake Huron, we didn't even pop because, you know, I think we missed that one. Spent several multiple millions of dollars to blow up like people's science projects and shit because we were like, oh, we're so gung-ho. U.S. officials said they're still trying to make a definitive conclusion on what the objects were and do not think they will reach one until more debris is collected. Some senior officials said that based on preliminary work, they believe the 3 objects were likely designed for scientific or weather research and it ceased the function, becoming akin to airborne trash. That's even funnier. We spent millions dumping payload into airborne trash. But the fallout from the spy balloon itself continues to escalate tension between the United States and China. I don't even think this would escalate tension between the United States and China. This is laughable. I love this so much, dude. I love this. The U.S. has Aikido vision for balloons. Yeah. Some Biden administration officials say that even if the balloon was aimed at the Pacific region, it was designed to spy on the United States and other nations. And Chinese officials did nothing about the balloon as it passed over the continental United States, including above nuclear missile silos in Montana, for days after senior American diplomats first confronted Chinese officials in private over it. What do you mean? Should they have blown it up on top of Montana so you can fucking say that they were trying to firebomb the cows in Montana? Like, what the fuck? Also, as we talked about, there are missile silos everywhere in the continental United States of America. Like, everywhere. There are military bases everywhere. And they're dumping a lot of PFAS, as we talked about earlier today, into local water supplies everywhere. So America's already fucking its own citizens non-stop. Like, they don't need China to do anything, okay? It took almost 3 days after the public crisis over the balloon erupted for Chinese officials to tell U.S. counterparts that the controllers of the balloon were trying to speed it out of American airspace, an apparent effort to diffuse tensions that baffled Biden administration officials and demonstrated how badly Beijing had misread the United States. The fuck? Bro, they literally are like, they're like bullying China. Okay? What an insane way to... Dude. The posturing was done by one side. China accidentally psyoped Americans into making them more insane. Can't be doing that to Americans. They'll blow up the planet over a misunderstanding. You be coping so fucking hard, homie. It's all copium. Yeah, you're right. It's aliens, actually. And the Chinese government, which of course is aligned with the Biden administration, are hiding the truth about the aliens. Bro, you are wrong. Bro, I'm reading the article. What do you mean I'm wrong? This guy literally is just like, nah, I'm just anti-China, and the New York Times is wrong about China too. Actually, yeah, they gotta. Yeah, they said Pepela. They're trolling. By that point, the balloon was reaching the coastline. The American public and politicians expressed fury over it for days. Some criticizing President Biden for not shooting it down immediately, and U.S. officials were intent on getting their hands on it to study its sensors, even if they would end up examining only debris resulting from a missile strike. Other murky actions have challenged U.S. analysts trying to read Chinese intentions. On January 28th, when the balloon approached the Aleutian Islands and American airspace over Alaska in its off-course trajectory, the balloon's self-destruct function did not activate, U.S. officials said. Chinese operators may not have wanted to destroy the balloon. It is also possible that they attempted to trigger the self-destruct mechanism and it failed. Operators or officials might have missed